Madison, I'm assuming you're getting close to leaving work, right?
I actually just left the office building, and I'm riding the bus home at the moment. Is there something that you need from me?
I see. Will that bus be going by the 8th Street subway station?
Well, the last stop is actually 8th Street subway station.
Well then, you can ride that bus all the way there this time.
And why should I do that? I don't plan on going shopping or anything today either. I just wanted to get home so that I could have some downtime before having to cook dinner.
Well, I want you to go to the department store for me, so you'll have to take a little detour, okay?
The department store?
A brand of purse that I'm really into just released a brand new style. I can't stop thinking about it and have been looking at pictures online of it all day long.
Okay.
So, I'd like you to go there and pick one up for me.
And how much is that new purse going to be?
I think around $1,300 or so.
$1,300? I'm going to assume that after I get home, you'll repay me for this, right?
Excuse me, are you saying you want to take your husband's parents' money from them? You are one awfully greedy woman.
But $1,300 for a purse is no small amount. If it was just for groceries or something you need, I wouldn't mind paying, but for a purse? Can you at least wait a little while until your birthday or Christmas to get it?
All I'm saying is that I want it now. That should be enough for you to go and buy it for me.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't just have $1,300 laying around for me to spend on that, so no.
Excuse me. Well, why don't you go to the bank and get a loan for it then? Or maybe just use one of your credit cards for it and you can pay it off at a later date.
I will lose the ability to buy food and things for me and my husband. But is that really what you want?
Huh? How does that have anything to do with my purse?
We'll be stuck having to eat really cheap food, and won't be able to afford anything breaking down. But if that's what you want, then I suppose I can buy that.
How can you think that I'd let you buy cheap food for the family? Ugh, I'm over this. I'm going to talk with Drew about this. I guess I was wrong for asking his moneyless and greedy wife to get me a simple purse. I just assumed that you working for a huge company meant your salary was good enough to ask for such a purse. But I should think twice next time before asking you for anything. It's crazy that I even allowed Drew to marry a selfish woman like you. Really, I was hoping he'd find a woman that knew how to treat her husband's family with respect, but I guess I was deceived by you in every way. I'm not going to let this go, Madison. I hope you understand that you'll be hearing about this again from me and Drew at a later date.
I don't think that Drew will just go out and buy you a $1,300 purse that easily either. Him and I are in the same boat of not wanting to spend money on needless things right now.
Well, unlike you, he knows how to save up money and has more than enough to buy his mom one present. I need to get in touch with him before those purses go out of stock. I've already heard that a lot of the stores in town are out of them, and I'm not going to let your selfish crap be what stops me from getting one.
This again, huh?
I knew it was the right choice getting myself this new purse. I heard that this was the last one they had in stock at the store. That was a dangerous situation I had to face. I was right to ask for Drew to go out and get me this beautiful new purse.
He really ended up buying it for you, huh? I should have known that he'd resort to being such a mama's boy.
Well, he didn't even trouble me with all that talking back, like you. So I'm glad that I stopped where I did with you and decided to ask him. Oh, this is so much fun. I just love sitting here feeling the natural leather. And this bag will complement that new red dress of mine so well.
I wish you at least think a bit more about other people's money before you start asking them to use it for you.
Well, it's all my son's money anyway, so I have every right as his mother to use it any way I please.
But there is a limit to that. And shouldn't you have money of your own? You're retired now and have a pension that you can use to buy that sort of stuff if you save well enough.
Oh, geez. You are such an annoying dog. I was feeling so wonderful to have my hands on this purse. And yet here you are ruining that feeling. I guess I could try to de-stress. I'll ask and see if he can get me a nice tote bag to match this purse.
Hold on. Do you not realize that we don't have the money to afford all of those high-end brand bags for you?
Well, listen, Madison. You guys do have the money. Or I guess I should say that Drew does. I know that more than you do.
What?
I think you'll soon start to learn about everything that's been going on with your husband and the wealth he's going to have.
Yeah? What do you even mean by that?
Well, as we get closer, you'll see what I mean. I hope that you start to prepare yourself for the future that's ahead of you.
Ashley? I just realized that a lot of the things in the house have gone missing. What the actual hell is this about?
Ah, you've made it back home? I only just got out of there a little bit ago, so that really saved me from having to deal with you in person.
But I want to know what's going on.
I'd like to think that you found the divorce papers that were left behind for you.
I did. They were sitting on the living room table right in the open for me to spot. But what the hell is up with this?
It's just as it looks. I want you to divorce my son immediately.
Wait, this is way too messed up that I can't even understand you. Can you tell me again what you said? But this time with a little bit more explanation behind it?
Drew is going to be getting married to a much younger and much more wealthy woman, so he's moved out of there into a gorgeous new estate.
Huh? A wealthy and young woman? And a gorgeous estate?
My son happened to come across a rich girl that happened to fall in love with him.
Huh?
Well, they started dating with the idea of marriage. And unlike you, she happens to let me buy things with her money and doesn't even talk back to me at all. This is when I expected you'd start to understand.
So this all started because of your desires of using someone else's money to buy all your brand items.
Sure did. She has a small fortune in her bank account, so buying what I want is no problem for her.
Who the hell even is this woman and where is she from?
There's that really nice part of the suburbs home to all sorts of luxury estates, right? Well, she happens to live right in the center of all those nice estates in a much larger and more modern mansion.
What? Really?
When I think about a rich and young woman compared to a moneyless middle-aged woman, she stands out like a star next to a rock. She comes from a completely different way of life.
Are you serious right now?
I am. Drew has no other choice but to leave the woman with no money in her account. It's only natural for him, after all. And then you can go live on your own at whatever place you can actually afford. Well, now that you understand the situation, I'd like you to hurry along with the divorce.
Understood. Thanks for helping me see this clearly. I hope you have a great life.
Yes, you don't have to tell me that. I'm already the happiest I've ever been in my life.
Angela! Has there been anything crazy going on with you lately?
Oh, hi, Madison.
Are you okay right now?
Well, I'm starting to get the hang of what's been happening. Just a bit ago, Mom and her son seemed to be at the front of my house. They came right into my house with all these boxes saying that they were going to be moving in with me, and made quite the mess for me. Right now, I'm with my husband, and we are discussing everything that just happened. Madison, that man, he looks a lot like the man that's been stalking me for a while now. Actually, I think he is that man.
For crying out loud.
So, why do you want to know something about this happening to me?
Well, I think that man that's been stalking you is my husband. and he was most likely there with his mom.
What?
Was it a man that had a pretty lean body and looked in his 30s, with a much older woman who was even more thin and looked within her late 60s? I'm sure it also seemed like the mom was in control of the situation and had him on a leash the whole time.
Yeah, that's what I saw. And actually, the man seemed to stand behind and let his mom do the talking. I guess that really must be your husband then.
I'm so sorry that my husband has stepped out of line and caused you this much trouble. It turns out that my husband thinks he is going to marry you, and that he's allowed to just move into that house with you.
What?
I wonder if he has you confused as some sort of person with a lot of money that lives alone in an estate like that. And his mom seems to think that a person like you would just marry him and let her spend all the money of yours that she'd like.
Now that you mention it, his mom did go right up to my husband and said that her son is going to marry his sister. And that she is there to watch it all happen. But my dad only has brothers, and so this all seemed really strange to both him and me.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but can you give me a little time to handle this? I want to have a chance to talk to my mother-in-law about this. Of course, if you can't manage giving me a little time, you're more than welcome to just call the police on them both. I don't really mind.
All right, I just hope you could get to the bottom of this.
Ashley! What the hell are you both doing at my friend's house? I'm talking about the woman that Drew plans to marry.
Oh my, so you do happen to know who she is?
She has been friends with me through both middle school and high school. And even now we still happen to go out every once in a while.
I see. So you really do have some deep connections to this fine woman. But could this just be you acting like she's your friend when she really has no idea who you are?
The only people that she doesn't know a thing about are you and your son.
Huh? What do you mean, Madison?
That woman is not the single owner of that house. Both her and her husband own it, and he's the one that bought it for them.
What?
Right now, the man that you've been thinking of as her brother is actually her husband that she's been with for a while now.
She's already married to someone?
Yes. I have been hearing stories from her for a while now about someone stalking her when she goes out or has the curtains in the house open. And then when he told me that the location of this estate was in a very high-end suburb and the house resided in the center of it with a very modern design, I knew exactly who you were talking about. And that's when I immediately started talking to her about you both. She told me that a mom and her son barged into their house, creating a whole scene saying that they'd be moving in with her.
Wait, does that mean that Drew has been the stalker?
That's what it seems like. And I think Drew misunderstood the fact that she is indeed already married to another man.
You're lying. My son has no reason to have done any of that.
For the time being, can you and Drew just get that truck out of their driveway and leave their property? If you don't and continue to be inside their house, they will have no choice but to call the police and have the both of you arrested for this.
Arrested? Drew and I? Madison! What the heck do you think you're doing? Where have you run off to? We both came right back to the house like you asked, and you are nowhere to be found in here. What do you think you're doing?
I have no plans on ever coming back to that house ever again.
Huh?
I took all my things and got them moved into a small storage container for the time being. And tonight I'm going to be staying at a hotel where I can take things easy without having to see either of you.
What are you talking about?
I had actually been thinking about divorcing Drew for a little while now. So I've been moving my things into that storage container, little by little. But when I found out what you both did, I took that time alone to act.
Do you know what you're saying? I'm not going to allow you to leave my son.
Whoa, wait. Wasn't it you that went out of your way to put those divorce papers on the living room table for me?
Well, my son's no longer going to be marrying a young and wealthy woman, so what I wanted before is all in the past now. Now you get your butt back over here.
Well, I've already handed in all the divorce paperwork to the city office.
Excuse me?
And also, there's no reason for me to worry about either of you guys anymore. So your permission isn't necessary.
What?
You've already given me more than enough reason to leave you guys. So why don't we just stop talking to each other now?
What have we done besides putting a piece of paper on a table for you?
Well, for starters, Drew has been stalking another woman for a while now. And now that you both acted on who he assumed would marry him and let you guys move in, causing a huge mess, I just can't deal with you both. Also, me leaving you both probably won't be the end of your guys' problem.
Uh-huh. What else do you have planned for me and Drew? Madison! Can you please get back in touch with Drew for me? Your friend has come after Drew for stalking her for a while now, and plans to take him to court, and it's going to cost us a lot of money. And I had assumed that Drew had the money to deal with all of this, but he said he expected to become rich after marrying your friend. He had used up all his money while waiting to marry her, and has been borrowing money for the past few months. He told me that all the money I used to get those bags and purses was all from the borrowed money he had. So, I need you now, more than ever. The money that you have saved up could really help us out of this situation. I'll forgive you for everything if you just get back with Drew and give us some of your money. Please, Madison! You have no reason to say no to us, right? Madison, can you at least give me an answer? Hello?
The following day, I was met with both that stalker Drew and his mom showing up at my office out of nowhere. Luckily, I wasn't there as I had already told my work about the events that were occurring. And so they allowed me to work remotely and told both Drew and his mom that I was not working there anymore and had changed offices. They continued trying to ask the woman at the front desk where the office was that I moved to. But she continued telling them that she couldn't give that information. Also, now that I'm back at my parents' house with my dad, who used to be in the police force himself, I really have nothing to worry about from those two. And that was the last of my relation to the stalker boy and his mommy. All I've heard about them now is that they ended up having to take out even more money in order to pay off the court hearing and settlement from my friend. And that put them in a really bad spot financially. And also, because Drew was now officially known as a stalker, the company he worked for found out and ended up firing him. Now, while the two of them work to pay back all the loans they took out, both end up fighting each other over whose fault all this really was.
Nikki, how you doing? It's Nicole, remember? And I'm good. Nothing new. Really? There's nothing you want to tell me? That's a lot of question marks, Aunt Angie. It sounds like you know something. I do. Okay, what's going on? If it's something about my birthday party, don't spoil anything. It's not. I saw you at the movies last night. Really? You didn't say hi. I didn't want to interrupt. I saw you with another girl. Oh, I get it. So, is there anything you want to tell me? About the friend I was with? Her name's Jen. She's in my psych class. She's your friend? Yeah, do you know her? Nope. I don't know anything about her. Besides how she looked at you when you were sharing popcorn. And how she held your hand. Okay, I see what's happening here. Yes, I'm a lesbian. You caught me. Jen and I have been seeing each other for a couple months now. We met in Psych 101. She's awesome. I knew it! Really? Heck yeah! Ever since you were 3 years old. You hated all the Disney princess toys I always gave you. That was your proof? Well, yeah. I could tell you never liked those dolls. Then why did you keep giving them as presents? Never mind. You're okay with all this, right? Absolutely, some of my best friends are gay. Really? Who? Oh, you know, people. Great, thanks for the support. But I hope you realize that not everyone will react the way you did. Of course, some people are very close-minded. Yeah, including my mom. Oh, I don't think so. Well, I do. I live with her, remember? And she has said some things, and I don't think she's ready. I'm sure she'll come around eventually. Dad, too. But please don't tell them, okay? Sure. Don't tell anyone. Why? Because it's not your news to share. If you really do have LGBT friends, you'd know that coming out is a very important, very personal part of our lives. I'm psyching myself up for it, but I'm not ready yet. Do you understand? Yes. Great, thanks. Nicole Marie, we need to talk. Uh-oh, first and middle name? This must be serious. Is everything okay? Is it about my birthday trip next week? No, it's about you. Okay, what happened? Honey, are you confused? Yes, very. What's going on? Are you a lesbian? Crap, how'd you find out? My sister was helping me prepare for your birthday. I ordered a chocolate cake, and she insisted that you wanted it changed to something else. It's a rainbow cake now, with a unicorn on top, holding a pride flag, next to two women kissing. Oh, God. So it's true? Am I a lesbian? Yes. I was going to tell you eventually. Do I want a rainbow unicorn cake? Absolutely not. I see. Mom, can we talk in person? I'm like 10 minutes away. We don't need to. You've told me everything I need to know. Are you mad? No, honey. Really? You're okay with it? That's a huge relief. You're the person I was most afraid to tell. I'm fine, really. See you tonight at the party. Great, thank you. Seriously? My birthday cake? I thought it would be a nice surprise. It's really cute, and it shows our support. I told you not to tell anyone. And I didn't. I didn't say a word. No, you decided to announce my sexual orientation via baked goods. Why are you so upset? Because you promised not to tell anyone, and now Mom knows. Was she angry? No, maybe. I don't know. I just texted her. I haven't talked to her in person yet. See, I told you she'd be okay with it. Honestly, you should be thanking me. I helped you rip off the Band-Aid. You want me to thank you? Well, yeah. You really have no idea how pissed off I am, do you? And you don't even understand why I'm so mad. But your mom accepted you. That's not the point. Goodbye. Wait. Come on, Nikki. Don't be like this. Fine. Stop talking to me. I don't care. And you're welcome. Jen, can I stay with you for a bit? Always. Why? What happened? My family just threw me a pre-birthday party and it did not go well. Oh God, really? Yeah, my aunt ordered me this cake. For real? Yep. But it's horrifying. I've never seen so many colors smashed together like that. Yeah, Aunt Angie saw us together, so she forced me to come out to her. And then she bought that monstrosity so that everyone in my family would know I'm into girls. She said they'd all be cool with it. But they weren't. Not really. My dad told me he was fine, but he won't even look me in the eyes anymore. And Mom keeps excusing herself to go to the bathroom, and whenever she comes out, she has bright red eyes. She's clearly crying nonstop, and I know it's about me. Aunt Angie started shouting at everyone, and that just made it all worse. And then Mom looked right at me and said, I don't even know what to call you. She acted like I'd have to change my name or something now that I'm a lesbian. That doesn't sound too bad. It's better than calling you something offensive. Yeah, they didn't say much at all. But don't you see how that's worse? I'd rather have a big blowout fight than whatever the hell this is. And the worst part is that my aunt is trying so hard to be supportive that she keeps asking me questions about you and my social life and my taste in women. And that just makes Mom cry even more. and Mom keeps changing the subject, but Aunt Angie just changes it right back. I can't be here anymore. That's a lot. But you know you can come over any time. Move in permanently if you want. You know my place is closer to the university. And you know I'd love to spend more time with you. Thank you, Jen. I'll be there soon. Nicole, are you okay? Kate and Teresa said you weren't joining us for lunch. No, I'm sorry. I'm still at the house. Okay, something's wrong. You've literally never turned down Chipotle in your life. Did something else happen with your mom? Yeah. Oh no, what happened? She just called. It was the first time I'd heard her voice since the birthday party from hell. I take it she didn't call to apologize. She called to disinvite me from the family vacation. What? They're all going on your birthday vacation without you? Pretty much. And she made it seem like it was my choice not to go. Like she was doing me a favor by telling me I didn't have to come. That's horrible. I'm going to order a dozen burritos and bring them back home right now. Don't bother. I'm not hungry. Since when? You always eat your feelings. Ouch. Sorry. I'm just trying to help. What do you need? Nothing. Talk to me. It's like Professor Griffin said, you gotta itemize your feelings. List them off and handle them one at a time. So how are you feeling? Angry, sad, disappointed? Angry. That's it. At your mom? No, I expected her to freak out. I'm angry at Aunt Angela. I trusted her. If she hadn't meddled when I specifically asked her not to, none of this would have happened. Nicole, we've been going out for months now. People were going to find out sooner or later. I guess, but I'm still angry. That's valid. You feel what you feel. Do you want me to come back? No, enjoy your lunch. Okay. And bring me back a burrito? Just one. Maybe two. Sure. Hello? I haven't heard from you in days. Are you okay? What's going on? Earth to Nikki. It's Nicole. There you are. I was starting to worry. What do you want? Your family is in turmoil after you stormed out of the party like that. And I can't stop thinking that I need to help you. I need you to leave me alone. Wow. I was expecting an apology, but I guess you're not ready yet. Why would I apologize? Because of how you acted, of course. Especially toward me, the one relative who has always been in your corner. I cannot believe you. It's your fault that I had to move out. It's your fault that everyone's going on that stupid vacation without me. You're not going? And they still are? But it's for your birthday. Don't you want to go? Isn't Gibson Lake your favorite place in the world? I do, and it is, but I'm no longer invited. They told you not to come? Yeah. And they are still going? Yes. That is unacceptable. Tell them that they're bigots and homophobes and demand that they invite you. See, this is exactly why I didn't want you to meddle. I can't believe my sister. I need to give her a piece of my mind. Don't, please. You'll just make things worse again. Don't worry, Nikki. I'll handle it. I hope you're happy. What are you talking about? I just got a surprise visit from Angela. She made such a stink about the family trip that we now have to cancel it. For everyone. Oh God, please don't cancel. Too late now. Angela literally cornered your father and screamed right into his face. She said she would not rest until the whole vacation is off. They exchanged some very harsh language, and your father canceled everything right then and there. No more trip, no jet skis or fishing or lounging by the lakeside. So yeah, I hope you're happy. I'm not. Don't lie, you told your aunt to do that. No, I told her to stop meddling. And now that I'm the reason no one is going, you'll just hate me even more. It's terrible. Please, just talk to us. Stop sending my sister. I didn't. Mom! Oh, so you must have heard what I said to your parents. You're welcome. I did not call to thank you. Who the hell do you think you are? I'm your aunt. And the only one who's defending you. Don't, okay? Now our family's even angrier at me. You weren't putting your neck on the line when you yelled at Dad. You were just making things worse for me. How can that possibly be the case? Because I wasn't ready to come out. Because you forced me to. I wanted to test the waters, to introduce Jen to them first. And I really wanted to have a birthday without any drama. Honestly, Nikki, you're sounding a bit ungrateful right now. How was I supposed to know that they'd react the way they did? Because I told you. Nikki, don't be like that. It's Nicole! Nicole, you need to tell your aunt to stop. I have many, many times. What's she doing now? She keeps calling me, demanding that I invite her over. How did she even get your number? I have no idea. She's been texting and leaving very long, very desperate voice messages. Have you responded? No. I thought that would make her stop, but she keeps calling. Block her number. Okay, I will, but please talk with her. I've seen her around. I think she does yoga at my gym. I don't want her to track me down in person. But she doesn't know what you look like. And she didn't know my phone number either, but that didn't stop her. I'm so sorry you have to deal with this. I think the worst part of all of this is that she thinks she's helping. It's that straight savior complex, isn't that what it's called? Something like that. But don't worry. I'll figure something out. You don't have to do this alone, you know. Maybe if we both met with your parents. Maybe we can just reason with them. No, this is my problem and I'm going to fix it. Mom, please talk to me. Are you sure you want to talk to me? Yes, of course. Okay, fine. What do you want to talk about? Do you want to tell me about how you ran away from your family? How you're punishing your father and me and not even giving us a chance to respond? How you refuse to have us in your life? Me? You're the one who freaked out at my birthday and then uninvited me to our vacation. Do you really hate gay people that much? Honey, this has nothing to do with you being gay. We're fine with it, honey. We really are. And once you're willing to let us back in, we'd love to meet Jen. I'm sure she's a great girl. She is. And what the heck are you talking about? Of course this is because I'm a lesbian. No, it's not. We needed time to prepare ourselves, you know. We had no idea you had these feelings, and we would have reacted much differently if you'd just given us time. But you unleashed this huge coming out cake and didn't tell anyone. I didn't do that. Aunt Angie did. I warned her not to. Okay, well, that changes things. She made it seem like it was your idea. But it doesn't change how you reacted. You declared to the whole family that you were moving out, and then you just left. We couldn't even have a conversation. And I was already in such a horrible mood because of my damn allergies. Allergies? So you weren't crying because of me? No, I normally don't get hit that bad, but Angie has taken the last of my allergy medicine without asking, and I kept having to freshen up in the bathroom. I didn't want to ruin the party. Oh my god. Then why did you run back into the room and say, I don't even know what to call you? Because your aunt told me to use they, them pronouns. I was just confused. They, them. Why would she think I wanted that? I don't know, but she was really insistent. And then you just ran off. And we thought that we'd be able to patch everything up at the lake, but then your aunt said that you refused to go with us because we're bigots. And we wanted to honor your wishes. But I never said that. I know. And I'm starting to understand that all of this was just a big, terrible misunderstanding. Because of Aunt Angie. Yes, it certainly seems that way. So, I can assume that you didn't ask her to threaten us until we canceled the trip? No, I did not. Wow. Honey, I am so sorry that this happened. We love you and accept you. I can't believe it. If I'd just been able to come out in my own time, none of this would have happened. Right. So, are you still able to join us for that trip? Absolutely. I just heard the vacation is back on. It is. That is awesome. I knew we'd work everything out. We? Yeah. You were zero help in all of this. What? But I was the only one who was there for you. You wanted me to think that, right? You wanted to stir up trouble just so that you'd look like the wonderful progressive champion of the family. You made everything about you in a misguided attempt to call yourself an ally. Don't say that! I love you, Nikki! You are not invited on our vacation. We don't want the drama. And my name is Nicole. The trip to the lake was better than I could have ever imagined. We had so much fun together, and Aunt Angela's craziness was a constant topic of conversation. Thank God she wasn't there, because then she'd see what a joke everyone thought she was. The only problem was that Jen wasn't there with me, but I promised her that when we go back next year, she'll be invited. She's already met my parents and brothers, and they seem to like her almost as much as I do. She already feels like part of the family. I haven't talked to Aunt Angela since that last text conversation. I'm sure she's tried to reach out many times, but I've blocked her number. She still doesn't realize what she did wrong. Maybe in the future she'll come to her senses, but for now, our family is happy and drama-free.